Thank you for stopping by Ballistic Burgers. On today's video, I'm going to be making you guys the McRib burger. Let's get going. Okay, before I actually start cooking, I want to do a quick shout out to a small company up in Rockland, California called Really Good Wood. My brother-in-law is friends with the owner of this company, and they make basically handcrafted items such as cutting boards and wooden spoons and other, pretty cool things. And my brother-in-law actually had him build a custom cutting board for me, and I want to show you guys this. It's amazing. So this is walnut, and I'll give you guys a glimpse here. So that is my Ballistic Burgers logo. It's been like laser etched into the board here and then filled with, I guess, like a gold epoxy the logo has, and it just lights up. I mean, in certain light it just shines. And you can see there's actually like flaming in this. I mean, this is definitely the highest quality board that I've ever had, a cutting board. So shout out to Really Good Wood and also my brother-in-law John. Thank you guys. So it's that time of year again when the McRib makes its appearance, and people that don't want to admit they like it, they put on their trench coats and maybe like a ski mask or something, slither on through the drive-thru of McDonald's, buy a sandwich or two. And if you want to see what I think is a really good copycat of trying to make an actual McRib, I mean like a legitimate McRib, I have a video I'll link on my Ballistic BBQ channel. This is a burger that's inspired by the McRib and also my experience of making that particular video. So we're starting off with some pork shoulder that I kind of stripped up. I bought these at the grocery store. They were basically staked out into pork blade steaks. Now you'll see that little kind of green stuff on there. That is dried rosemary. I seasoned it with a little dried rosemary and also some kosher salt. The reason I did this is the McRib patty. It has pork, salt, dextrose, and a rosemary concentrate, which is what I did in my recreation video. And I wanted to kind of keep the same flavors going on with this burger patty. So I'm gonna get this ground up, and I have a pretty fine grinding plate on this grinder here. And there we go. For this video, I'm making one sandwich, but I wanted to just grind up both those steaks, and I'll make my wife or my son a sandwich if they want one. So let's go ahead and form this patty up. So I have my parchment down, my burger ring. I'm calling this a burger ring. This thing is crazy. I just got this from Amazon, and you can't even bend it. So nice. So I'm not going to weigh this. I'm just going to add the meat till it looks the thickness I want it to be. All right. Now, it wouldn't be a McRib without those kind of rib marks, so I'm using, this is just a bamboo spoon. I'm just going to press it in here, kind of give it those marks. And there we are. So I'm going to clean all this stuff up, get the griddle fired up, then we're going to do some cooking. So I'm using the Blackstone Griddle today on this cook. As far as the heat, basically I'm running these two medium-high, about 400 degrees. This one on medium. The burner here on my far right is not turned on at all. Plenty of radiant heat over there, will be perfect for toasting the buns. As you can see here, I have a little saucepan and I have barbecue sauce heated up in here. On my last McRib video, I just said barbecue sauce. People were asking what brand. I bought it at my local Albertsons grocery store. It's a brand called Kinder's. I'm not being compensated by these guys at all. I bought this. They don't know I'm doing this video. And this is their mild barbecue sauce. It has, the right color and I think the right flavor. It has a kind of a nice smoky hickory flavor. So I think it's a perfect choice for this particular recipe. Now, as far as the buns are concerned, I had a particular bun in mind that I wanted to use for this. It would have been perfect. I think it was made by Oro wheat, and it has like cornmeal sprinkled on top instead of sesame seeds. I see these buns every time I go to the grocery store. Of course, when I need them, they weren't there. I went to 3 different stores. I couldn't find them. So I'm using potato buns. These are made by Oro wheat as well. That's what I have. I mean, I think any bun would be good. Like I said, this is a inspired McRib kind of a thing going on. We're not trying to duplicate. Already did that. Get that patty down. Give this a little press here. That's just going to help kind of define those lines, those rib lines a little bit. So obviously this is pork. I want it thoroughly cooked. What I'm looking at is the edges. I'm watching that color transform, kind of change going up towards the top of the burger patty. And you can also see the edges, the top edges are getting kind of wet looking. And that's telling me that the steam is coming up through cooking the center of this patty. So we're getting close to flipping here. All right, now you see how moisture is being pushed through the top? We're going to flip. Good. So now I have clear juices coming through the top. We're ready for that next step. So obviously this is that barbecue sauce, which is pretty hot now. I'm going to go ahead and turn off these burners. We're going to immerse this McRib patty into the barbecue sauce. So it's been in here about, 3 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and get this out of the solution. Look at that. So this smells really, really good. And again, this is the perfect sauce for a McRib. Let's go ahead and McDonald's on their McRib, they have this, it's not like diced onion. It's more kind of, little slices. We have some dill pickle chips. Crown this thing. I think this thing looks pretty darn good. I feel comfortable calling this a burger. Let me check that out. It smells like a McRib. Cheers. The first thing that comes to mind is how much better this is than a McRib. Sorry, McRib fans. The grind, the patty has more of a hamburger texture instead of that kind of, congealed thing, where they're trying to make it seem like a piece of meat rather than ground, minced meat. This is good. On my McRib Copycat, again, I went kind of spastic on that as far as how detailed I was. They have that extract of rosemary in there, and so what I did was I made like a concentrated kind of a rosemary tea. It actually kind of turned this weird kind of purple color. One thing I noticed with this is I'm getting the rosemary flavor a lot. It's a lot more pronounced than with that McRib patty that I made. The McRib video, I mean, it legitimately tasted like the McDonald's McRib. This definitely has those McRib overtones, but again, it's much better, and it has that burger feel to it. The freshness of these onions really pronounced as well. The bun's good. I'm really happy with this. I have an idea that just popped in my head that I'm going to do. It kind of stems from what I just did here. This is good. Again, I wish I would have got those buns that I wanted with the cornmeal sprinkled on top. It would have just looked a little bit more like a McRib, but you got to work with what you have available, and that's what I did. But potato rolls, you can't go wrong. I mean, Shake Shack, they're using those. A lot of the, I think the onion burgers, you know, the legit onion burgers in Oklahoma, they're using the potato rolls. So it was good. It was a good choice. What do you guys think? Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Keep the suggestions coming in. If you're not subscribed, please do. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And if you liked the video, I hope you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Have anything to drink. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.